Alright, I got a slightly shorter part 28 of my collection update video for you here. We're just going to be covering one stack, and most of it is Lord of the Rings stuff. So it'll be a bit quicker, because I'll just show the different versions of that I have of those Hobbit and Lord of the Rings stories. And the first three, the first three titles aren't Lord of the Rings or Hobbit, and the rest of that stack is. So let's go ahead and get started. Up first we have Looney Tunes 10 film collection right here, and this includes in no particular order with these from the front. I'll be reading them off the back from left to right, top to bottom. We have King Tweety, 82 minutes, not rated. Daffy Duck's movie, Fantastic Island, rated G, 78 minutes. Another copy of the Looney Bugs Bunny movie, 80 minutes, rated G. Bah Hum Duck, A Looney Tunes Christmas, 46 minutes, not rated. Space Jam: A New Legacy, PG, 115 minutes. All the cast information on these are too small for me to make out what they say. Tweety's High Flying Adventure, 70 minutes, not rated. Daffy Duck's Quack Busters, 79 minutes, rated G. Looney Tunes Rabbit's Run, 75 minutes, not rated. Space Jam, the original, 88 minutes, PG. And Looney Tunes Back in Action, 92 minutes, rated PG. It has a few years listed down at the bottom for when things came out. Let's see. For Looney Tunes Back in Action, it says 2003. For the for this Bugs Bunny movie here, it has the really long title with the 3 loonies before it. It says 1981. For Daffy Duck's movie Fantastic Island, it says 1983. For Quackbusters, 1988. Space Jam, the original, 1996. Tweety's High Flying Adventure from 2000. Bah Hum Duck, Looney Tunes Christmas is 2006. Looney Tunes Rabbit's Run, 2015. Space Jam: A New Legacy, 2021. And King Tweety, 2022, it looks like. So, yeah. Let's read on the inside. Okay. Next up, we have the original version of the Lorax right here. This one is from 1973. It is not rated and 25 minutes long. And I don't know if this is a Blu-ray DVD combo pack or not, but I do have a Blu-ray and a DVD for it. So yeah. It also has two additional Dr. Seuss animated stories. Point Awful, Hawk and His Magic Piano, and Butter Battle Book. Alliteration absolutely intended it, it would seem. So that's cool. Yeah, okay. Then we have as well the newer Lorax movie from, I believe, Illumination Studios. Yeah, from Illumination Entertainment and Universal Studios. We have the Lorax. This one is, in fact, a Blu-ray DVD combo pack, in case that wasn't already clear. It also includes 3 all-new mini-movies. Does it say what those are? I'm not sure if it says what they are or not. Maybe it does. Expedition of Truffalo Valley, Get Out of Town game, and O'Hare TV, I think. Maybe those are the mini movies included. Anyway, this is an hour and 27 minutes in PG. And I believe this version came out. When did this one come out? Looks like 2012, possibly. It lists a few names on here for featuring the voice talents of, and they are Danny DeVito, Ed Holmes. I'm just going to go ahead and read them all, whether I recognize them or not. And I don't recognize Ed Holmes, point of reference. I do recognize Danny DeVito, Zac Efron, Taylor Swift, obviously. Swiftie. Gotta recognize Taylor Swift's name. Rob Riggle, Jenny Slate, and Betty White. I recognize a few of those names. I recognize Danny DeVito, Zac Efron, Taylor Swift, and Betty White. But the other ones I do not recognize. But yeah. Does this one have an insert? Oh, alright. And next up we have the extended edition Blu-ray of The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey, all by Lonesome here. This one is PG-13 and 182 minutes long. Came out in 2012. We have Ian McKellen, Martin Freeman, Cate Blanchett, Christopher Lee, Hugo Weaving, Ian Holm, Elijah Wood, and Andy Serkis as Gollum. They must not have had Smaug talk in this one because Benedict Cumberbatch is the voice of Smaug and the movement of Smaug as well. They put him in a motion capture thing, so that any move that Smaug the dragon makes, Benedict Cumberbatch did in a motion capture suit, which I think is really cool. Adds authenticity to it that otherwise wouldn't have been there if it was fully just CGI. Makes it a little more believable, I would say. Yeah. Okay. Then I got a cool like box collector thing for Desolation of Smaug. Right there. This one does indeed have Benedict Cumberbatch credited on the back. This one is also PG-13 in 186 minutes. Came out in 2013. And in addition to the names that I recognized on the previous one, we also have Benedict Cumberbatch, Evangeline Lilly, Luke Evans, and Orlando Bloom as Legolas. That's cool. Does this one say how much they added to it? Does not. That's interesting. For the second one here, it says they added an additional 25 minutes onto the movie to make it longer, but they didn't say how much they added onto Unexpected Journey. Interesting. All right. Well, here's that. Then I got the Hobbit Trilogy extended cut Blu-rays in a trilogy collection set. This one has Unexpected Journey, Desolation of Smaugam, Battle of the Five Armies, which is the only one I haven't gotten individually on extended Blu-ray. And since we already talked about the first two, the Hobbit Battle of Five Armies Extended Edition is 164 minutes and rated R for some violence. Let's get a look at the individual case for that one, because the other cases are ones we've looked at already in this video. So here's what the Battle of the Five Armies case looks like. This one also doesn't say how much they added to it to make it an extended version. And all the names that I've already mentioned from the first two are present here as well. But there it is, indeed rated R for this. So yeah, that's cool. They also have like bonus feature discs, parts 7 through 12, 2 bonus discs per movie. Whereas the Lord of the Rings ones had parts 1 through 6 for the bonus discs. Yeah. Next up, we have The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. I believe this one is just the theatrical version on Blu-ray, because I have a Blu-ray extended one right here that we'll get to in just a second. This one has the Blu-ray and a DVD copy of the theatrical cut. We got Elijah Wood, Ian McKellen, Liv Tyler, Sean Astin, Cate Blanchett, Orlando Bloom, Christopher Lee, Hugo Weaving, Sean Bean, Ian Holm, Andy Serkis as Gollum again. Okay. And let's see. This one came out in like 2001, it looks like. It's PG-13, 178 minutes, just on the theatrical cut, mind you. The extended cut is longer than that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then, like I mentioned a second ago, we also have the Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring extended edition Blu-ray, which is a 5-disc set. Discs 1 and 2 are both the theatrical cut or the extended cuts of the movie. Disc 3 is discs 3, 4, and 5 are DVD bonus feature discs. And the extended version, let's see how much they added to it. It doesn't say directly how much of a runtime difference there is, but we can go ahead and compare it a little bit. Again, the theatrical cut is 178 minutes, and whereas the extended cut is 228 minutes. So that's quite a difference in runtime, I think. Let's see if the case itself says how much of a difference. It does not. All 3 extended cuts for the Lord of the Ring movies are still PG-13, like the originals. Not like Battle of the Five Armies, where it went from PG-13 to R. Let's see. It doesn't say in the case or on the case how much they added to it, but I think it's about 50 minutes, if my math is right. Which I think it is. So we'll just say it's 50 minutes longer than the original or the theatrical cut. Next up, for Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers and Return of the King, I just have, as far as the Blu-rays are concerned, I just have the theatrical cuts. I haven't found Blu-ray extended versions yet. I do have 4K extended editions for all three, but I haven't found the Blu-ray extended editions for 2 and 3 yet. So here's the Blu-ray theatrical cut of The Two Towers. This one's 179 minutes theatrically. And all the names that I've already mentioned so far are the ones that I still recognize on the back of this one. This one came out in 2002, it looks like. And as stated before, it is PG-13 still. Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit are both very good series, very good trilogies of movies. And then we have theatrical cut for Return of the King here as well. This one is the winner of 11 Academy Awards, including Best Picture of 2003. So I'm guessing this one came out in 2003. Kind of a nice, easy guess there, honestly. This one is 201 minutes theatrically, and yeah, same returning. Carl Urban is also in this one. Recognize his name as well, but other than his, the other names that I recognize have already been stated before. So yeah. And then we have the 4K extended, theatrical and extended versions of Lord of the Rings here in a box set. I had to replace the black 4K case with this one because the black 4K case was very damaged. The discs contained inside were in really good shape, but the case itself needed to be replaced. And this one has the run times for all three of with both versions, which makes sense because it does include all three movies, theatrical and extended versions. So it makes sense to have the runtime side by side with each other. Let's see here. As expected, all three are PG-13. We already covered the runtime differences for the first two, I think. Did we? No, just the first one. My bad. The extended runtime for The Two Towers is 235 minutes, where it was theatrically 179. I don't want to try and math that one. And then this one is easy to math, to do the math for, and that is for the Return of the King. It went from a theatrical cut of 201 minutes to 263 minutes. That's a 62-minute difference, which is crazy. So yeah, they added a little more than a whole hour onto it. That's wow. That's impressive, not gonna lie. So there we go. There's that. And I got these fancy DVD cases for the extended cuts of all three Lord of the Rings movies. Has some sort of thing here. Looks like a map of Middle Earth on either side there. Here's what the back of that one looks like. Here's this one for 2 towers, as well as the inside. Okay. I didn't realize that it had words on the inside of the previous one too, like that. It does. It says Special Extended DVD Edition and the Appendice. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but oh well. Got the map here again. Another informational booklet there. And on this side, more of that. And last but not least, for this video, we have the DVD Extended Edition case for Return of the King here. Let's start on this side this time. Here's what that side looks like. And here's this side, another one of those informational sheets. And the map. And that is it for this collection update video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.